Hi, I am Anna, an ASO specialist. In this video, we'll talk about seasonality in ASO and how to use it as a real growth tool, not just a visual decoration. New Year, Black Friday, Valentine's Day, summer sales. Those moments can seriously boost your installs, or you can completely miss them if your App Store page looks outdated or irrelevant. Seasonality is not about adding snowflakes to your icon, it's about understanding how users' behavior changes during the year and updating your ASO before your competitors do. Today, I'll show how seasonality actually works in ASO, how to prepare for it, and how to analyze trends using real ASO tools. Let's start with the basics. What is seasonality in ASO? Seasonality means predictable changes in users' behavior. Today, seasonality in ASO is more important than ever, and here is why. At different times of the year, people search differently, have different needs, and react to different messages. In ASO, seasonality works on two levels. First, a long seasonal cycle. Winter, spring, summer, autumn, they repeat every year and create stable patterns. For example, winter is often about holidays and family activities. Spring about new starts and self-improvements. Summer about fun, travel and relaxation. And autumn about learning, productivity and routines. Second, short seasonal spikes. Holidays, sales, promotions or viral trends. They don't last long, but they create sharp demand spikes. For example, searches for Black Friday deals peak within days. Valentine's Day apps grow for a short period, and viral trends can boost demand for just a few days. Long seasons set the rhythm. Short events create fast growth opportunities. Apps that adapt to both get better visibility, convert better, and look more relevant to users. So, we just talked about how seasonality works in general, long cycles and short spikes that repeat every year. But in real ASO work, we don't optimize seasonality in an abstract sense. We always optimize for specific seasonal events. Because different events create different types of demand and require different ASO actions. That's why the next step is to understand what kind of seasonal event you're dealing with. In practice, most seasonal demand falls into three groups. First, holiday and sales. New Year, Black Friday, Valentine's Day. Strong, emotional, but short-term peaks. Second, entertainment and events. Sports season, TV shows, premieres. They last longer and build thematic demand over time. Third, life cycles and habits. Back to school, summer vacations, New Year resolutions. They shape users' behavior for weeks or even months. Understanding the event type helps you choose what to change and when to do it. Seasonal ASO is a cycle. Once you understand what type of seasonal event you're working with, so what do you do with it in ASO? Seasonal ASO is not a one-time update. It's a repeatable cycle that you can run every season. It always follows the same logic. First, analyze the previous season. What worked, what didn't, and what competitors did. This is where everything starts. And later in this video, I'll show you how to analyze seasonal trends in practice using real ASO tools. Second, prepare in advance. Collect seasonal keywords, prepare visuals and messaging, and plan the update at least 7-14 days before the peak. Third, execute during the season. Update your icons, screenshots, and metadata. Your app should look relevant at that moment. And finally, roll back after the season. Remove seasonal elements and return to evergreen visuals. A winter icon in April builds trust. So, seasonal ASO works in a loop. Analyze, prepare, execute, roll back, repeat. Visual and text optimization. Seasonal ASO is mostly about what users see first and react to instantly. Icons, screenshots, short messaging. You don't need a full redesign. A small seasonal accent on the icon already increases attention. Updating 2 or 3 screenshots is usually enough to highlight a seasonal feature, a limited time offer, or a special event. Seasonal messaging works best when it feels temporary. Limited time, only this season, special holiday event. This creates urgency and improves conversion. For text, don't replace your entire keyword set. Instead, combine your core keywords, a few seasonal ones, and short seasonal messaging in the description. For example, your core keyword might be something like photo editor or language learning app. During the season, you add seasonal context, holiday photo effects, New Year filters or Winter Learning Challenge, and in the description you clearly explain what's new. For example, celebrate the season with exclusive winter filters, available for a limited time, or start the new year with a special learning challenge and festive content. And always remember to remove seasonal elements when the event is over. Seasonal ASO in practice. Now let's move on to the practical part. I've already shown what to change for seasonal ASO, visuals, text, and short messaging. Now let's see how top-ups actually do this in real life and how you can analyze it using Timeline in ASOMobile. Timeline is a visual calendar that shows how an app's store page changes over time. Icons, screenshots, text updates, in-app events. For seasonal ASO, this is especially useful because seasonality is all about timing, when apps start preparing, when they launch seasonal updates, and when they roll them back. To get started, you need to add your app or a competitor's app to ASOMobile. First, open ASOMobile and click on Plus Application button to add the app you want to analyze. It can be your app or any competitor. Select the country, this is important for seasonality, and add the app to the tool. Go to the Update Timeline tool. Next, choose a time period. For seasonal analysis, I usually select the last 90 or 180 days. What you'll see next is a visual calendar. This calendar shows all metadata changes over time. You'll notice two types of markers. Blue dots for text changes, like title or description updates. Green dots for visual changes, icons, screenshots, or videos. You can hover over any dot to see the update date, app version, and a short summary of what changed. This helps you clearly understand when seasonal updates happened. If you switch to the Summary tab, you'll see a clean list of all updates in one place. Here you can quickly scan the entire version history and compare before and after versions. Old icon with new one, all screenshots with seasonal ones. This is where seasonal analysis becomes very practical. And it gets even more useful when you add competitor subs to your timeline. Click the Plus Competitor button and enter the name of the app you want to add as a competitor or add a full link to the app. Then click on the Select Competitors list and add the competitors you want to your timeline by clicking on their names in the list. Now Timeline shows several layers of data, your app and your competitors. This makes seasonal patterns very easy to spot. For example, a competitor's update their screenshots and soon after that repeatedly climbs the rankings. Or they change their title before a holiday and you can analyze how their messaging shifts for the season. You can also select any competitor directly on the calendar and explore their changes in detail. What exactly they updated, when it happened, and how often they react to seasonal events. There is one more feature that's especially useful for seasonality, the in-app events tab. Here you can see promotional events, seasonal content, limited time activities, or special editions displayed as interactive events card. This is a great source of inspiration. You can see what types of events competitors launch for each season, analyze their visuals and messaging, and understand which events coincide with spikes in visibility or downloads. Timeline combines competitor insights with in-app events, making seasonal ASO easier and more effective. By the way, if you want to go deeper into ASO tools and workflows, we already have many practical videos on our channel. You'll find the link in the description below. 3 golden rules of seasonal ASO. Let's summarize. Rule number 1. Prepare earlier. Seasonal ASO works best when it goes live before demand peaks. Rule number 2. Match visuals with real in-app updates. Seasonal design creates expectations. Rule number 3. Always roll back. Seasonality only works when it's clearly time-limited. Seasonality in ASO is not about decorations, it's about timing, relevance, and understanding users' behavior. When you plan seasonal updates in advance and support them with real data and visuals, seasonality becomes a long-term growth level, not a one-time experiment. On our channel, you'll find more videos about ASO, practical tools, and real-life optimization workflow. So subscribe and let's turn every season into an opportunity for growth.